Hi, it's Chantel from Fiberific here. This week we're just going to have a talk about some of the whips that we've been working on. I wrote a list thinking, there'll be heaps and heaps of things that I can talk about this week because I felt like I'd just done so much. I was a bit, exhausted on Saturday. Well, maybe not exhausted is the best word, but I was really tired on Saturday and just felt that, I must have done so much stuff. And I was writing out this list and you know what? There was nothing on it. There's a bubkus. There's nothing. And then I remembered, I was feeling a bit under the weather this week. I wasn't feeling great at all. Really, brain wasn't working and I couldn't think properly and I just felt I had a sore throat. You know the drill. Anyway, I just got nothing done. And I think I started feeling sick about Monday of last week and then I just really went downhill from there. Anyway, I got a little bit of dyeing done and I got a bit of stuff sorted out for the Bendigo Sheep and Wool Show, which I'll talk to you more about next month. Some exciting things there. And I got a bit of knitting done. I did a bit more work on the Happy Together shawl from Boo Knits. And I love working on that shawl. I just sort of was sitting back and I popped on a TV show. What was I watching? I watched season 2 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I watched a couple of episodes of Sanctuary. I really like that kind of stuff. Anyway, I just sort of sat back and the time disappears really fast. Now, I did all the normal family stuff. I kept the family fed. I did a bit of tidy. The family get really noisy if you don't feed them. So it's just better feed them, move on. Anyway, so I was working on the Happy Together shawl. Look, I realised I'm up to the part the way through the third repeat of the second to last chart. The last chart will just be like the edging stuff. And I mean, seriously, I've still got this much silk left. Now, luckily, that repeat, you can just keep going for ages and ages and ages because I think I'm going to have 1,000 repeats. So this is where I'm up to now. I've got a couple of the repeats done and sort of about half of the next repeat ready to go. And I've really been enjoying it and I just sit back and I work on it. So this is a Boo Knits pattern and I'm not joking. I'm going to put links down below. You got to get in on the Boo Knits patterns. They are amazing. You just don't even have to think that much about what you're working on. You just sort of, especially because I use so many stitch markers. I'm like a blinglets addict. I'm not joking. I put stitch markers in for every single repeat. So I'm only thinking about 20 stitches at a time, which is why I can knit lace when I'm not feeling great. That's because I'm only thinking about 20 stitches. I'm not thinking about 200. So I just I use so many blinglets. So here are some blinglets here. And what they are these the stitch markers that I make, and I put I use jeweler's cement and actually glue a glass bead over a join. So there's nothing for your yarn to snag on. And it's not heavy and it doesn't drag the weight of your needles down and they move really easily. I make them in heaps and heaps of different sizes. What have I got here? I've got small, medium and large. Small goes up to 3.5, medium up to 4.5, large up to 5.5. I'm using the smalls on this particular lace project right now. And you just fly along, you slip the next bead and slip the next blinglet and off you go to the next repeat. And it just makes it so much easier for you to think about what you're doing. I'm hoping to get a bit more done this week. I feel a bit better. I've got more colour to my face. I don't feel, as that I've felt. I've got plenty of yarn skeined up, ready to go. Skeining yarn's one of those jobs I can do when I'm not feeling great. I've got this amazing skeiner from Nancy's Knickknacks. I just go, right, I want, X amount of meters and beep at me when you've got there and it bips and stops and you just cut it off and tie off your next skeins, drop them into a box and keep it going. So I've got a big box of yarn ready to dye. So this week I've got plans to do a lot of dyeing. I skeined up a lot of sock weight. So I've a reminder for myself, I still need to do up some lace weight so that I can dye some lace weight because I've only got a few skeins left. So what have you been up to? Like, I've been doing nothing, so I'm hoping you've done a lot. Have you knocked off some projects off your whips list, which I haven't done? Did you get started on a new project? Did you add to your whips list, which I have done? Did you start something new? Show me some links. Put some stuff in down below. I'm still trawling around on the internet trying to, motivate myself to being better. So pop in the links in the comments below and I'll have a look and see if maybe there's something I want to add to my queue or get started on. I want to thank you for liking, commenting and sharing these videos. and it's time for you to fill your universe with fibre fun. Off you go. I'll see you next week.